Petal has a story. It's a story of inspiration. The Wilma Rudolph Award, for anybody that knows that name, which this is fantastic because it's going to let a whole new generation know who Wilma Rudolph was. But perseverance and diligence, and to be a distance runner, they're running 8 or 9 miles on Christmas Day. They're running 8 or 9 miles on July 4th. When they go on vacation with their parents, they're frustrating their family because they've got to run before the family can leave that morning. And it's just pure desire. And Petal learned a lot of lessons from this sport, and long before she came to Morgantown, and she'll carry them for the rest of her life.
There's this sport called cross country, and I never heard of cross country before until grade 6. And I was like, oh, I might as well just do it. I was quite sporty when I was a kid. I would join the soccer teams and the basketball teams. I did any kind of sport that I just was interested in at the time, and I liked joining teams. But yeah, running wasn't something I did until kind of later on.
This is what happened. She was noticeably tired. I didn't think a lot of it actually until she told me a second time. We got the ferritin results back, and hers was quite high. I had her take another test, and it was higher. Concerned with why it's continuing to go up just over a 1-week span.
Yeah, there was a lot of weird things she was just bringing up, random symptoms she was having within probably the month before.
It's looking a little rough. I think we might need to admit you to the hospital.
Had a full blood work done for her, full panel. And from that information came leukemia.
So we were all very shocked when it happened. Very unexpected at the time.
Even though I was shocked, I also wasn't shocked because I was just feeling so bad leading up to it. I was almost kind of relieved to know that there was something wrong.
I got a phone call from Coach Cleary, and he said, Petal has been admitted to the hospital. I said, well, do you expect her out of the hospital on Friday? And he said, oh no, she's very sick.
My life started flashing before my eyes. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so young, I'm not gonna make it. Nothing compares to chemo. Cross country doesn't compare to chemo, but still, I was already used to subjecting myself to that. So I knew I'd be fine, or I'd be able to get through.
She just always kind of brushed it off at the end of the day. And I think that's just who she is sometimes.
Me keeping my 4.0 from freshman year till now, I don't even know the reason for it. I think I just kind of wanted to, it was just another goal. That's where the whole athlete mindset comes in again. I think I just had a goal to keep my 4.0 as long as possible. So I was I better just keep the 4.0 as long as I can.
It might not have been possible without Dr. Briner.
And really my first time to truly meet Petal, an exam was coming up, and she wanted to have a meeting with me. She said she had been ill at the time, but I didn't know anything. So when the Zoom opened, I saw Petal laying in a hospital bed. That is the first time I personally met Petal.
Might as well just keep going. If I can't run, I might as well just continue doing school at the very least.
There was never a complaint. There was never, woe is me. There was never, she would tell me about her condition and what medicine she was doing and just chuckle about it. It would be an uplifting thing. It was such a positive.
Attitude is everything. If you have that positive attitude, that is what helped her push through this.
Who she is made it not as hard as I think it could have been. She always looked forward to seeing you, and she always wanted people to come around, so it wasn't that hard to just go.
There was never times where I'm too busy to do this, I don't feel well enough, and I knew there were times that she was very ill. Never once was that an issue with her.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like having support from family and friends was really helpful. I had friends that would come to my room every time I had a spinal tap, or if I had chemo done, they would come check in on me. My mom stayed the whole entire semester when I was diagnosed, so that was also helpful.
It may not have been possible without the administration at this university, and I'm talking athletic administration, who helped Petal financially when it wasn't their responsibility. But they took it as their moral obligation to help this young lady, and every single step along the way.
In all of my years here at WVU, I have never, ever experienced anything like this.
Truthfully, there's nothing comparable in my career.
The most amazing thing I think I've ever seen in my 30 years experience as an educator.
Being around Petal in her positive demeanor puts into perspective many of the difficult moments we are dealing with. Not to belittle what every one of us deal with every day. It's stress and it's anxiety and it's everything that goes with life. But when you leave her, you realize that things aren't that bad. And if they're not that bad for her in something that was very scary, life-threatening, and she can be this person, that it helps you stand up a little taller and attack your day.